Hello. So many people are self-isolating and staying at home at the moment, which means quite a few of us are not going to our regular yoga class for reasons for our health and just to try and stay as healthy as we possibly can. So, with that in mind, I thought I would offer a few things on my page that you can do at home. So, today we're going to work on a breathing technique called Ujjayi breathing. So, get a cushion or something like that that's going to help you feel a little bit more comfortable and meet me in a comfortable position, and we're going to get started. So now that you're comfortable, make sure that you can maintain the position for a good 5 minutes. Make sure your back is straight and the shoulders are completely relaxed. So Ujjayi breathing is also known as a victorious breath. And you might have heard your yoga teachers talk to you about this in a yoga class because it's especially used in an asana practice. It's a very energizing breath. It regulates the heat in the body, and it energizes the body. So it's really, really good for our postures and sort of keeping that beautiful, even breath throughout our practice. And it's really, really good for improving focus and concentration. So I thought I'd talk to you a little bit about it today. How it works is we constrict the back of the throat to make that ocean-like sound of breath, or Darth Vader breath to all those Star Wars fans out there. So how it works, I like to practice it without worrying about that sort of constriction first of all. So if you make sure that you are 2 meters away from anybody, because obviously it involves using the breath quite significantly, so make sure you're practicing safely. So how I like to do it is like I'm checking my breath before I'm going out on a hot date, or that you're kind of trying to fog up a mirror and like write something on the mirror. So how we would usually do that is you can bring the hand in front of your face, inhale, like you're smelling your breath, okay? Then the next stage of doing that is doing that with control and doing it a lot slower. So we inhale. Now we're going to try and emulate that by keeping the mouth closed and using the constriction in the back of the throat. If this is something that's really tricky for you, stay with that fogging of the mirror but trying to control the breath. I think that's the secret here, is the control. But if you're ready to move on with me, we're going to work on this constriction and keep that fogging up of the mirror or checking your breath in your mind's eye as you practice this with me. So first of all, we're going to do 3 rounds with 3 counts. So 3 counts for the inhalation and then 3 counts for the exhalation. This is especially important to do it for 3 counts if you've never done this before. And then as you get used to it, you can build on how long your inhales and exhalations are, maybe even eventually building up to 8 seconds. So we're going to start together, and I'm going to just demonstrate one round for you because obviously it's a bit challenging to count and then do it at the same time. So how it will look like is this, or sound like rather. So we inhale and exhale. I'm keeping the space in my spine, keeping my back straight, so it's really, really easy to keep the breath. We'll do 3 rounds of 3 counts together. I'm going to count the breath for you, and then I'm going to go a little bit more in detail of how you can kind of get the feeling of what you should be feeling in the body. So let's inhale for the count of 3 when you're ready. So inhale for 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 1, 2, 3. Keep those shoulders relaxed. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 1, 2, 3. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 1, 2, 3. And release. Just come back to usual, normal breathing. So a really helpful tip, what I sometimes like to do, and like I'd like to tell people, is to bring the hands on the ribs, and when you inhale, you feel the ribs expand as you inhale, and as you exhale, they contract, they come back and they close. So it's sort of like this sort of opening and closing action, and having the hands there just brings the awareness to that area, and it can be really just helpful just to sort of know what you're aiming for. Like I say, if this is challenging, stick with that, just working on that exhale. Okay, so if you're with me, let's try 4 seconds now. So bring the hands to the bottom of the ribs. Let's inhale for the count of 4. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, and release. So I'm just going to demonstrate one round doing it like that, just so you can check that that's happening in your body. So the 4 count option. Inhale. So you sort of see how I'm breathing into my hands, and there's this sort of slight action. Don't worry if the audible sound isn't very exaggerated. It doesn't need to be, but it's just working on that throat constriction and trying that expansion of the ribs and that closing of the ribs. It's very different from belly breath, which you might have also done in your pranayama practice before. Let's add on still. So this time we're going to work on 5 rounds of 5 counts, and add a pause at the top of the inhalation and a pause at the bottom of the exhalation. So I'm going to demonstrate one round first of all, and then we'll work on it together. And again, you can keep the hands on the ribs if that helps you, or you just bring the hands to the legs, and again, it helps relax the shoulders, and again, keep the crown of the head lifting up to the sky. So I'm going to start inhaling. And release. So there's about a 2-second pause at the top of the inhalation and a 2-second pause at the bottom of the exhalation. Usually when you get a little bit more experienced, we add the bandhas, we add the locks, and that really helps us with our asanas. But if you're new to this can be a little bit too much of a mind mess up. So we're not going to do that today. We're just going to get used to holding it and having that slight pause at the top of the breath. And we'll work on the bandhas at a later date. So when you're ready, keep relaxed, keep the spine straight. Make sure no one's going to disturb you for the next few rounds. We'll do 5 rounds this time with 5 counts. And if it's too much for the breath, just shorten the time. So maybe you're sticking with the 3-second inhalations and exhalations. So when you're ready, I'm going to count you. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause for 1, 2. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause 1, 2. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause 1, 2. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause 1, 2. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause 1, 2. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause 1, 2. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause 1, 2. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause 1, 2. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause 1, 2. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause 1, 2. And gently release. And then perhaps you can try that again, And if you'd like to try the bandhas, you can keep the chin tucked on the pauses. Feel the ribs drawing back in the belly to the spine and pull the pelvic floor up. Again, I'm not going to go into that detail. I want to keep this video as short as possible. But if you want to try that again, trying to get the Mahabandha, the master lock, that's a really cool exercise to try. So I hope this was useful. I hope it helps you in times of stress and helps you to relax a bit. I find it really, really useful to do before I do my own physical yoga practice. And I just seem to find that my practice just goes a lot better when I do a pranayama practice before that. So yeah, I hope it helps, and let me know if you want to see any other videos. I'm probably going to post a core video at some point to do the complete opposite. So yes, stay safe, stay healthy, and hope you enjoy. Namaste.